Immediately after Salah in the Qur'an, more than 80 times, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, Ba'da a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Aqimus Salah wa atu zakah, Aqimus Salah wa atu zakah, many places in the Qur'an. So this gives importance how, what is the status of zakat ibadah in our life. And it is one of the arkanul Islam, 5 pillars. After Salah immediately is zakah. So we may thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for those who have given wealth to pay zakah. There are many people in this dunya, they are not able to pay zakah. My brothers in back hall, please. Shh. Brothers in back hall, you are talking too loudly, please. Can anybody in that corner, on that corner? That in that corner as well. This group of people sitting in the chair, please. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. Right. Okay, so zakat is a very important ibadah. And we can see it has benefit as well. It is not a tax. You know, when you pay tax, you feel not good. When you pay fine, you got a ticket, you park in the wrong place, oh, very painful, I know. Nobody likes that, like this. But zakat is not that kind of payment. It is from the wealth Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala given us. Who has given us the wealth? The money. Provider of the rizq, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Although He used me, given me tawfiq, given me you ability that we can have some money in our accounts after our expenditure, we are able to keep some kind of savings. So that is zakah, all given by Allah. And He is testing us that are we giving zakah or we are so loving our wealth that we don't listen to the sustainer who provided us all these. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in Quran Surah Tawbah ayah number 103, Ba'da a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Khudh min amwalihim sadaqatan tutahhiruhum wa tuzakkihim biha. O Prophet, take from their wealth a charity by which you purify them and cause them increase. So you can see that zakat has benefit mentioned, 2 benefits mentioned here in this ayah. It will purify us and it will increase in our wealth. Tutahhiruhum tahara, we make purification before salah. Udu, istinja, all this called tahara. So our money has some impurity. What is the impurity in our money? Because we love wealth so much. وَتُحِبُّونَ الْمَالَ حُبًّا جَمًّا. You love wealth so much. Loving wealth so much is contradiction to one's iman, one's akhirah, one's going to Jannah. The greed comes in our mind. Love of the money is impurity in fact. So giving 2.5% out will make our heart a bit clean, purified from that greed, that love of the dunya, love of the money. And increasing zakat has another meaning is purification, and also it has meaning that it will increase it. A zakah word has 2 meanings. One is purification, one is increment. That means once we give zakah, physically you can see my money decrease little bit, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give so much barakah, it will increase. And increasing in what sense? You may think, well, next month I should find my money is increased so much in my account. It is not the increment. The increasing will happen different ways. The barakah will come to your life other way. It's not counting the money gone a bit higher. This is not the case. It may include this one as well, but Islam has a meaning of more than that in our increment, in our life, in our enjoyment of good life. All this barakah, tawfiq from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the zakah is ibadah and it has benefit and it is purification. And when you give zakah, you can see, subhanAllah, I have £1,000, and if I give zakah, £1,000 will be having 25 pounds zakah. So if I pay, now it is only 975 pounds. It decreased. But Prophet ﷺ said, "Ma naqasa malum min sadaqah." Never wealth will decrease by giving charity. Is it contradiction? No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increment or decreasing, these are in our worldly sense, but in fact barakah of the wealth may come in different way, which will be more beneficial for us than just counting the money. Many people count money, but they don't have peace in their life. Their husband wife is a hell kind of life, na'udzubillah. Children are gone wrong. Where is the barakah in your money? Even you have a million in your account. So goodness, barakah of the money will come in a different form. We believe that, which Allah and His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to us. So much benefit of giving zakah. One is tahara lin-nafs, as we said, purification of our heart, because the love of the dunya, love of the money so much here, that it's giving us a bit of purification. Number two, it is nama'un lil mal, that it will cause increment, inshallah, increase in our wealth, bi'idhnillah, inshallah, in different way. Wa ubudiyatillah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And third benefit, we perform an ibadah of zakah, which many people are not able to perform. Many people have no balance at all in their life, may not receiving the nisab. So Allah has given you, me, tawfiq. We must appreciate Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for that. Number four, that we are able to help those who are in need. Through zakah, we are providing help. Providing help to somebody is a good work, is a good deed, is a good amal salih. And then it also causes some kind of good relationship in the society. When people who are rich and his neighbor is very poor, rich people coming with very beautiful car and having a very nice house, but a neighbor of them may be living like shanty town of, cottage or something very humble things, miskin. He look at you, oh, you are so rich, and he is feeling a bit of jealousy, as you know. But once you do favor to him, giving zakah to him, mashallah, he will have no ill feeling about you. He will have, mashallah, jazakallah khairan. He will think you are a good man. He will make dua for you, subhanallah. So this is another benefit. And doing care to the needy people, rahmah, being merciful, being kind to them, being generous to them, giving zakah is no doubt making they are close to you. Also zakah, giving zakah in the society brings barakah in the whole of the society from Allah. If people stop giving zakah, then Allah will stop rainfall to them. In the hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ibn Majah narrated the hadith, "Ma muni'u zakat, illa muni'u min al-matar." If they don't want to give zakah, the rich people, that territory, that country, that area will be deprived from the rainfall of Allah. So it brings Allah's mercy to us, to the society whole. Now, of course, zakah, it comes with the nisab. Okay, there is a nisab, there is a threshold. If you don't reach there, zakat will be not, farad upon you. What is the threshold? Who need to pay zakah? What amount of money, if you have to pay zakah? That is the value of the gold or silver. Okay, if silver is gold is, you can say 87.48 grams amount of gold. Its value is zakat, one zakat nisab. Another zakat nisab is 612.36 grams of silver. Which one is lower in the market, that will be zakat threshold. at the moment, you can say gold price is much higher than silver price of 612.36 gram. Today's market, I double checked yesterday that it is 495.84, almost 496 pound. Okay, to be safe side, 495 pound. If it is in your custody, in your savings today, this money you did not spend, it is with you, then you become owner of nisab, owner of threshold, that you need to pay zakah. But if there is no saving, if saving is less than 495 pound, then you don't need to pay zakah. If you have only 300 pound, 400 pound, there is no zakah obligation upon you. This is nisab. Okay. I said yesterday in Bangla by mistake. I said last year's one. Last year's one was 355 pound, plus due to inflation, now it is an increase of the price of silver and gold. It is now 495 pound. Okay, that's clear? Right. Now, this is if you have your income started this month and it's not gone through whole year, there is no zakat needed now. It should be having full year after your first time in your life when you started earning the money, getting salary or business income coming first in your life, more than this amount. What is the amount we said? 495 pound or more. First you receive in your life, you write down in your book that I got hold 495 pound that date. Look now, whole year, many amount will come, many income will add, many expenditure will happen. You don't need to look into all these nitty-gritties. After 1 year, but the lunar year, not the Gregorian calendar, the Islamic calendar, 354 days, 1 year completed, not 365 days. Our ibadah based on lunar calendar. Clear? Okay. So write down that day in English and beside in Arabic as well, in Islamic one, so you'll be not confused. When that date come next year, 354 days completed, your lunar year is completed. Now look at your account. If in your account, that it is less than 495 pound, then you don't need to pay zakah anymore. Even though your income was thousands of pounds, but you spent thousands of pounds as well, and in the end there was no surplus more than 495 pound, then you are not zakatable. So then wait for next year, see how it is. Okay, this way. And sometimes it could happen that in the beginning of the year there was 1,000 pound, 2,000 pound, but in the middle gone down. But if without long break, in the end it resume again good amount, then your continuation of the zakat year will continue. But if it was too low for a long time, then you may consider your that date is now cancelled. Then when you come new amount, more than 495 pound, from that day you write in your diary, my year is not in January, my year is starting in fact from June, for example. Okay, that's your new year will be starting. Don't calculate old one anymore. If you became so down, then lower than the threshold. That point is clear, inshallah. Right. Now we're coming to the next one. Okay, what kind of things zakat we need to pay? Not for everything of us we pay zakat. We have only on money is the main thing, and gold and silver, and some agricultural product which is called osher, and some you have animals, you have the cattle, zakat on them as well. But not many of us carrying all this. Only money, gold and silver is the main things, and the business property also we need to look into the zakat. Okay. So zakat is not only paid on wealth that you have saved or kept for a full Islamic year. It is a snapshot or balance sheet calculation, not income or cash flow related. Number 3, zakat is an individual obligation and should be calculated individually, not collectively. Like you have income, your son has income, is not all mixed together in one pot, no. It's 2 different pots. Each individual is responsible and calculate his own zakah. Number 4, it is important to go through the calculation process formally and not just guess time or guesstimate from the outset. Try to have accurately, inshallah, looking at the money you have. So your money is not in one pot. Maybe you have money in, you have 2 accounts, 3 accounts. Look at all accounts, whatever is there. Maybe your money in the wallet, maybe money in pocket, maybe money under the pillow. Wherever it is, all money what is the amount of money you own today when you are sitting down for the calculation? You have given loan to somebody. You need to add that if there is a good hope, money will be back. But if it is a dead loan, for example, weak loan, that we don't know, this man is not giving money. To be one of the 2 reasons. One is he himself is not able to pay. You don't know when he's giving to you. Or this man has money, but he is trying to escape you, not to give money. You become hopeless almost. So don't give it now. However, if any time you receive that money, you may pay 1 year zakat only. Not for 5 and 10 years he was not giving back to you. So that keep you separately. You don't need to add now. But the good kind of loan you given to somebody, you are hoping he'll be giving back, that should be calculated with your own money. And any loan you need to pay back, any debt you need to pay back, then and you'll be sure to paying that within next 12 months, then you need to deduct that as well from your whole amount of money. If it is you have debt to pay back, and you'll be paying it, sure. Paying the next 12 months you have target to pay, you can deduct that. But if it's some kind of installment issue, you bought house for 25 years, 30 years, you'll be paying back, then you're not paying zakah in your life. That is not suggested this way. Only next 12 months, inshallah. You know about the money. Then if you have any kind of ornaments, gold, silver, jewelry, you need to pay zakat on the value of these, calculate the value of the gold and silver. You may deduct 10 to 12% because it is old one from the market value. Okay. Right. And of course, the gold will be only calculated once it is receiving 87 point something gram, and the silver reaching more than 600 gram. Then if it's less than that, it is ignorable, no zakah on these things. And now there is an opinion you may find, if the gold or jewelry is for the using purpose, you don't need to pay zakah. There is an opinion by many of the imams. But another opinion, no, you need to pay zakat on the gold and silver. If it is reaching the nisab 87, you must give it. These two opinions is in the, both of them are valid, but the opinion of Hanbali madhab and Shafi'i madhab that there is no zakat needed for sisters' gold, even though it is hundreds of the grams, they don't need. But that opinion is a bit weak. Stronger opinion is to give. based on the two hadith. One hadith is Abdul ibn Amr ibn As radiyallahu anhuma narrated hadith, Inna imra'atan atatin nabiyya sallallahu alayhi wasallam. A woman came to visit Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Wa maha ibnatun laha. She was accompanying her daughter of yadi ibnatiha maskatani ghalidatani min dhahab. The daughter was using heavy two gold bangle in her hand. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam noticed that, and he said to her, "Atu'tina zakata hada? Do you give zakat of your daughter's these bangles?" She said, "La, no, I don't give ya Rasulullah." That means she doesn't know there is zakat on the on this jewelry. فقال أيسرك أن يسورك الله بهما يوم القيامة سوارين من نار. Do you want that your daughter will be given two fire bangle in the day of judgment? So you must pay zakat of that. Another hadith, of course, then when heard this strong message of the hadith, this lady فخلعتهما فألقتهما إلى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وقالت هما لله ورسوله. She was so scared, she took off from her daughter's hand and given to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Take it, give for the sake of Allah. I don't want to carry anymore. So dangerous, to carry. She became so scared. And another hadith, دخل رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فرأى في يدي فتحات من ورق. The Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam entered in my room. Mother Aisha says that she noticed that I have been using heavy kind of bracelets made of silver. Is very heavy. He noticed that and he said, "Atu ad-din zakatahun? Do you pay zakat of this?" قالت لا. She said no. أو ما شاء الله, but if Allah wants, I will. فقال حسبك من النار. He said, if you don't pay, that will be enough for you to take you to hellfire. So these two hadith, that's why based on these two hadith, many Hanbali ulama, even Shaykh bin Baz rahimahullah, Shaykh Muhammad bin Usaymin rahimahullah in Saudi Arabia, they follow originally Hanbali madhab, but they said no. Imam Abu Hanifa's opinion is right. It's supported by these two strong hadiths. Zakat should be paid on the jewelry as well. Yeah, but around this too. I'm coming to the cash, inshallah. I give you a lot of time for the question, inshallah. I'll give you a question. Just note down in your mind that you don't forget. I need to finish all presentation, hopefully, inshallah. Right? Okay, and then we are coming to the cash, okay. All cash, of course, you need to find. As I said, whatever cash you have. So who said you have a question related to the cash? Can I hear it? Yeah.
The first question is, say for example, you've given large sum of money to a close family. It's not that they're not going to give you the money back. They'll give you the money back.
Okay.
But it's not going to happen, say, for example, in the next 5 to 7 to 10 years.
Okay.
So do I need to pay every year?
That's I said already. If any debt, even you want, they are not will be not giving back. Okay. But you tell them, you need to, if you say, can you give back? They say, I can give you. Then you write, don't pay zakat of that amount of money now. Put on hold. Once you receive, then you pay zakat of it. If it is that you voluntarily allowed to stay with them, then each year's one will be paid. But if it is that you wanted money, but they are not in a position of giving you back, then you pay only 1 year's zakah. Okay? With the cash?
Say, for example, you go clearly, say, some money moved away from your current dealings in the saving account, and you paid that many years ago. And that amount of the is good. So do I need to sort of keep on paying or maintaining?
Any savings account you have, you don't use it staying 10 years, you have to use every year. In the bank, in the account, in the pocket, it is same hukum, same ruling. It's under your custody, money is not taken away from you, it's full authority is there, full freedom of use there, even though it is saving, you can withdraw money, therefore you have to pay every year. Okay, inshallah. I'm coming to that, inshallah, later on. Hold on. Yeah, this is a quick one. I took it, inshallah. Remind me if I forget, inshallah. Okay. Right. Now, if you have a bank account where there is savings in riba-based, interest-based account, and it accumulated the interest, what amount of zakat you give? You give zakat only on the your money, what added by interest, that one you take it out, give to the fuqara, to the poor people. You don't pay zakat of that additional amount, rather calculate what additional amount came. This is not your money, it is haram money. Take it and you can give it to the poor. So haram money, how can you give it to the poor? Like pig meat, you cannot have it. Can you give it to the poor Muslim? No. But this is not like that pig. This is money, haram for you, but halal for the poor. Like fitra money, not halal for you. Zakat money, not halal for you, halal for the poor. Same way, interest money, halal for the poor. Interest money, halal for the masjid even. People may think, oh, hauzu billah. How come you interest money give to the masjid? Because it is haram for you, but not haram for the any charity cause. Okay. So you, normally our cash money and our sister jewelry, these are the main zakat things. Okay, personal zakat things are related with these two. I'm coming to the other topic things. Now coming to the business zakat, business assets. Now business asset, you have invested $500,000, for example, for some kind of business program. What is it? Or I give example of, for example, an industry. Maybe you invested £3 million. So in this industry, £3 million, you have rented or you have given price of the place. You bought with £1 million, and then another £1 million is for the machineries to bring to fixture everything done. And then £1 million for your raw material to buy and to maintain other things. So in this situation, £1 million invested for buying the place, another $1 million invested for buying the fixtures, the machineries and other things. There is no zakat on these things. Only zakat is the other £1 million, which is either in cash form or in material production form or raw material form. In all these are zakatable items. I give another example of a grocery shop. A grocery shop, maybe a brother spent maybe £500,000. Okay, he has given possession like £100,000 for the place. Then fixture, fridges, many other things, maybe another £100,000 for that. And rest of this 100,000 only, he have raw material, or he have maybe all items for sale is ready, and he has some cash in his box or in his bank account. That is only zakatable item. Other £200,000, there is no zakat. If somebody is starting a restaurant or a coffee shop, he invested £100,000, £50,000 for getting this place, what do you call it, rent or possession, whatever it is. And then another £30,000, all the machine and many other things. And £20,000 only, you have all raw material, you have coffee, you have tea bags, you have sugar, you have some cakes, some biscuits, some other kind of snacks. What is all these? Your cash of the business. You look at that. It could be £5,000, could be £10,000, could be £1,000 only. So all these £100,000, there is no zakat on it. Only maybe £1,000, £2,000, £3,000, £5,000. Your cash and your raw material. If you're baking something, baking cake, for example, there is flour bags, there is sugar, in the pot, there is tea bags, there is eggs over there. All these items and ready-made items, one day when you want to give zakat, sit down, what asset you have. zakatable asset in the business. I give you example of grocery shop. For example, there is how many shelves in the grocery shop? It could be 20 or 30 shelves. One day, you take your brother, sister, your children, all come together. Whole night will be spending of zakat calculation. This one shelf. How many racks in the shelf? 3 or 5. First rack, okay, this is worthy of 100 pounds. Second rack, 150 pounds. Like this, one rack finished, second rack, third rack, then whole shelf is finished. It all came like 500 pounds. Go to the next shelf. This way you do. Somebody have a clothing shop, clothes shop, selling clothes. Go for each item, each area, how much is worthy of this. All these you need to calculate. So all these saleable items, value must be value of selling price, not the buying price. Should be calculated, and then your cash will be added. This way you do calculate your zakat of the business. So you can imagine a business invested maybe huge amount of money, but zakat is not on the whole portion. Okay. For business, some other example I give. You have a car garage. If there is a car showroom, showroom means you are selling car. How many cars you have in showroom? Maybe 10 cars, maybe 20 cars. What is the value of this? All are zakatable items. But you have a rent-a-car company. You have 50 cars in your rent-a-car company. There is no zakat on this car's value at all. What is the zakat will be applied to? The income you receive from this business, whatever after expenditure left with you in the end of the year, that is only zakatable. Okay? So this way you calculate your business zakat. Okay? All right. Is there any question about the business zakat related issue? Okay, now coming to the another one. Okay, right. Coming before before your question, I need to finish from my head something else. Like if you have 10 houses you bought, now are you bought it to resale, or you bought it to have income from it by rental income? There is a difference between two. If the houses you are buying and selling, making profit through that business, that is the purpose, this is the business, then whole value of the houses will be considered as zakatable. You have 10 houses, what is the value? Maybe 5 million pounds, maybe 2 million pounds. You have to pay zakat of all these. But if these 5 or 10 houses you bought not to resell at the moment, it is not thinking, maybe you're selling in future up to later, that is not calculated now. Now you are looking for the giving out for rent. It's rental purpose, rental income. Therefore, your only zakat will be not on the value of the house. Zakat will be your income you receive through rent. After expenditure, what remained with you? Zakatable item is that amount of money. Okay. Now coming to the company's share you buy. Shareholders, many companies share you people buy. There's two kinds of share. One share is buying and selling. You buy on the internet. In the morning you bought it, in the evening got a profit, you sell it. Okay? This is like a business commodity. So on the day when you sat down, you pay zakat of whole of it, because it is like a business. But if you have you are shareholder of another company, another industry, for example, like BT, you are a shareholder. So you get dividend from that, isn't it? It's not buying and selling purpose you bought it, it's long-term investment. For that, you need to look into the income dividend happen for you. Okay? You don't pay zakat own the whole capital. Okay? Because it is not buying and selling, it is the investment you made to get the income, the dividend. Okay? Right? This is about what items are zakatable. So again, summary is of this one: zakat due on entire asset value if intention made at time of purchase. Always use retail price when buy with the intention of sale. When buy with any other intentions, zakat not payable on market value but payable on surplus income from asset plus any underlying zakatable assets. A company, is not on whole investment of BT, you'll be not paying it, whatever you invested, any company, like Shell, like many other companies. There is zakat on that. You pay on the company's zakatable item only. Don't pay companies the whole, investment. Like Shell company have many buildings, high-rise buildings, for their office admin something, but many of these buildings they made for income as well. They rent, they get income. So better example will be like a factory. A factory example is like garments industry. In Bangladesh, a lot of garments industry. So they, produce the garments from the cloth, and they export it, they sell it. So if 3 million pound invested in the garment industry, and you have a share there, you have only 5,000 pounds, for example. You are not paying zakat of the whole 5,000 pounds. You are paying zakat of a portion. What portion it is? Look at their own funding. They, 3 million pound, maybe 1 million pound they bought the land. Another 1 million pound they bought the machineries. Okay? To fixture. There is no zakat on these two. Maybe only 1 million pound they bought the cloth, the textile materials to make the raw material. This has a value of maybe 1 million pound or whatever the product item over there already, or maybe only million pound. So that company's zakat will be only on 1 million, not 2 millions. So if you have invested there, you are paying zakat of how much? If you have invested there as a shareholder, 300 pound, how much zakat will be paying now? 100 pounds only. So every year, it may increase, it may decrease. You try to know what is their zakatable item, zakatable amount. How you know that? You may ask them, they will not bother to give you a report. Maybe they have annual report. The companies have annual report. In the annual report, you look at all this, you will find out which is zakatable item. That will help you. These are some additional information about understanding the share, especially the business share, inshallah. Right. Another one I need to talk about, does zakat paid on the pension fund during the contribution period? This is a big question. There are a lot of discussion happening about this. Still, scholars are having different opinions. One of the opinion I may recommend that if you don't contribute voluntarily anything, it's only the company. Your employer is only paying, which is my case. I don't pay anything to my voluntarily to the contribution. So that fund is not on my custody now, not in my access now. If I want to withdraw, I have to pay lump sum or penalty, many other things. So this is not my money. Even this money will be to me after my retirement. But if you contribute, then this is a problem. You need to find out your portion of contribution, you need to pay zakah. This is the opinion, Allahu Alam. Well, If they have invested, they made income. It could be, Allahu Alam, added that. This is a big issue. Even I have been discussing with many scholars, many other people say, if you have freedom to choose where to invest, you need to pay that as well. If you have no option, you don't pay. So this is another opinion. Anyway, after here, you leave it. That you pay whatever you paid already, okay? Inshallah. Right, let me finish my presentation and open to you for, inshallah. Okay. One thing is, as I said, if you have money, good amount of savings, but you need to pay back to the people you have loaned to pay back. And you are paying installment monthly basis. So, for example, if you buy the house with an Islamic mortgage, then you took loan and you are paying every month certain amount. Okay, that is agreed how much you pay. You may, in that case, deduct next 12 months payment amount will be deducted from the whole zakatable item, money. That could be incorporated, but one of the exception here, diminishing musharaka, which you become in the end the owner by a portion, that is a question mark, you may not deduct from that. Okay, inshallah. All right. Now coming to the zakat, who will be receiving the zakat? Okay. Okay, let us sum up this. Sum up the value of all zakatable assets, okay? Whatever zakatable asset you have, or maybe money form, maybe good form as a businessman, maybe investment-wise, which we say zakatable. Then calculate value of all deductible debts and or liabilities. As we said, you need to pay back some of the loan, deduct that as well. Then determine your net zakatable assets figure, and then make 2.5% is out. Now, where you give your zakah? Who are entitled to receive your zakah? Of this, al-masakin al-fuqara. Innama sadaqat lil-fuqara wal-masakin. In the Qur'an, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned 8 kind of people, they can take our zakah. Okay? Innama sadaqatu lil-fuqara wal-masakin. Let us coming to this all 8, inshallah, reading first and then coming for details, inshallah. Give me 1 minute, inshallah. Subhanallah. This is here. Alhamdulillah. Okay. In Surah Tawbah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Innama sadaqatu lil fuqara'i wal masakin. Faqir and miskin. What is the difference between two? So faqir is a written translation as poor, and miskin is needy. So poor means he have basic needs he is struggling with. Food, minimum accommodation. The miskin is, he has food, accommodation, this kind of thing, but he has some need, like he cannot go for treatment, very expensive in some countries. So he is miskin. Wal-amilina alayha, third category, state appointed zakat collectors in Muslim state. There should be zakat department, and the whole sections or departments, employees' salary could be paid from the zakat fund. This is Qur'an allowing us. وَالْمُعَلَّفَةِ قُلُوبُهُمْ. Fourth one, those whose hearts have to be reconciled, non-Muslims or Muslims, new Muslims maybe. The Prophet ﷺ did give zakah to some leaders who are not poor, they are rich. They are the Qabila's leader, maybe just new Muslim or not Muslim yet. to buy, to get his heart is inclined to Islam. Because if the leader become Muslim, he influence the whole nation. And once it was an occasion, a leader came from outside of Medina and discussed about Islam, and Prophet ﷺ told him, explained to him, and he's given him that this one mountain to another mountain, all this valley full of goat, all for you, take it. This man became very happy and became Muslim. And then he gone to his, tribe. He told, oh people, everybody become Muslim. Muhammad is so much, he doesn't bother how much he's giving, doesn't care. So that's why Islam, spread more after Fateh Makkah. Or before Fateh Makkah even, he was doing this. Nowadays, is it allowed or not? There is big ikhtilaf, difference of opinion. Some of the scholars said no, it is during the time of Prophet ﷺ, when before even conquering Makkah, it was Muslim was minority. Islam was even in a weak position at that time. So once Islam is having dominance, alhamdulillah, after that is no more. But there is another opinion, valid opinion. Now Islamic authority holder, right, Amir al-Mu'mineen of Muslim Ummah can still use this. There is another opinion. But it's not allowed for you and me individually. I give to the non-Muslim this zakah, so he will, inshallah, only become Muslim. No, it is not allowed. Individually is not allowed. We are not allowed to individually give zakat and fitrah to non-Muslim, not allowed, to the Muslim, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, تُؤْخَذْ مِنْ أَغْنِيَائِهِمْ وَتُؤْطَى لِفُقَرَائِهِمْ. Zakat and fitrah will be taken from the Muslim, rich of the Muslims, and will be distributed to the poor of the Muslims. This is the main rule. Number 5, فِي الرِّقَابِ, emancipation of slaves. Many of the slaves olden days would like to free by paying lump sum to the master. Will make a contract, I'll pay 10,000 pounds, I would like to buy my freedom, allow me, I'll do some hard work and I'll pay you within this period of time. This is allowed, and this slave can go to the people, I want to free myself, can you give me some zakah? Wal-gharimin, debtors, those who are heavy debt can no clue how to pay back, and his life becoming difficult. People are pressuring for their money back. So he is allowed, entitled to get zakah to pay his debt. Fi sabilillah, in the way of Allah. The way of Allah means in the jihad, where arms jihad is taking place. This is directly for the jihad cause. Zakat could be used for the buying the weapons and even paying the salary of those soldiers and their food and all other cost of the jihad could be paid by the zakat fund as well. Some of the scholars consider, or majority scholars consider, it is strict with that jihad area only. But some of the scholars open the door of fi sabilillah. They say in the many places there is no jihad even. What you do, you can do something, any Islamic cause could be used. For some people say maybe for producing dawah literature or dawah material or some Islamic kind of project to propagate Islam, maybe this could be considerable as well. That's why some of the ulama given zakat fund to Zakir Naik's Peace TV, because he said this is. They explained to him that this is a form of jihad in the media. The Shaykh are convinced, and they given fatwa. But don't use without big Shaykh's fatwa somebody yourself to decide about this. Wa ibn Sabil, the 8th one, the one who is a wayfarer. How it happened? You gone to America, suddenly you lost your phone, you lost your wallet, and you're now miskin. There is no money in your pocket. You can't have even a taxi, nothing. So, and at that time there is nobody nearby. So you can, if somebody nearby can beg, can you give me some zakat, even I am penniless. Can I eat something? Can I buy my ticket to go my place? So this is the 8 causes we are allowed to give zakat. Okay, right, and zakat, if you missed many years zakat, many people, they didn't realize. They became zakatable, to pay zakat for 5 years ago. He was lazy, he was not thinking, or he was, not serious about this. Now he listened to a lecture. Ya Allah, I did not give him my zakat. Then he had to calculate the missed zakat. How he will calculate? Last year, this time, for example, he will roughly estimate. I have this year 3,000 pounds. Okay, last year maybe it was 2,000 pounds. Try to have rough calculation, write down. Go back. Year before, maybe 900 pounds. Go back. Year before, maybe it was maybe 700 pounds. So like this, you go back until you satisfy. Alhamdulillah, I think I have done my best. May Allah forgive me. Do tawbah and pay this all calculation zakat of the all previous years. Okay, and then Miss Zakah. Other one is okay. Who will be giving to zakah? We said number one is poor and needy, fuqara and masakin. Okay. Now in our case, this poor and miskin must be a qualifying Muslim individual, not from the family of Banu Hashim. Prophet's family are not allowed to take zakah. If they are poor, we have to give them other kind of donation. Cannot be spent on mosque, schools, hospitals, burial expenses, etc. Except you make a hospital only for the poor people. For example, in Gaza, in some places, if they make a clinic, and they said it is only treatment for the poor people, not for the rich people, that is allowed. Okay? Then cannot be spent, okay, gone. Cannot be given as wages or remuneration for any work, your servant, your driver. No, you have to give them your salary, not from your zakat. Zakat cannot be given to one's lineal ascendants and descendants or one's wife. Can be given to siblings. Okay, like you cannot give zakat to your father, mother, and up to the grandfather, grand, whatever is available. You cannot give to them because if they are poor, your duty to maintain them. You cannot give to your children, grandchildren, grandchildren, if you are alive. If they are poor, they have right from your wealth. You need to feed them. Or you can give right and left. Your brother and sister, your uncle and aunties, if they are not having the same pot, eating from same pot, you can give to your brother and sister if you have different pot to eat. And your uncle, your aunties, your mama, your chacha, your fufu, you can give to all of them. So any relative, no objection except up and down. Okay. Okay. Right. Alhamdulillah.
How do you assess whether they need it? Do you use whether they pay zakat?
Okay. Can I just put on hold on this question? Okay. One is diminishing musharaka scheme. These are not considered as debt, and therefore no future payments at all can be deducted from zakatable assets. Islamic Bank provide diminishing musharaka. This is like share partnership, like a partnership business type. That's why you're not allowed to, consider debt as a debt. But other kind of buying house is allowed to pay. Let me, another thing. I double check, hopefully through that many questions will be answered. Right. If I ask you, personal car, a very expensive one you bought, is there any zakat on that? No. Your clothing, very expensive one, you have many clothes, although extravagance is not allowed in Islam. Is there any zakat on that? No. Furniture? No. Gold? Yes. Main residence? Your residence, any zakat? No. Investment property? Investment property. Investment property, no. Income generated, yes. not whole amount of the house. You got 3 houses you bought to rental purpose. Maybe it is each house is 500,000 pound. You invested over there for rental income. No zakat on this. A stock in business, zakatable or not zakatable? Yes, all the zakatable. This stock means the items of the sold will be sold. It's not the fixture, not the fridge. You put the things inside. Yeah, which is saleable item. Cash in the business, of course. Shares, 2 kinds of share. Okay, the share you mean which is to sell and buy stock business. This is stock exchange, fully saleable. Okay, fully zakatable. Money owed to somebody. Okay, that's why I said let me answer before you ask.
The question I asked was, these people, right, they're trusted people within the close family circle. They're going to give you the money back. It's not going to be in the next 5-7 years later. It's large sum of money, so you're going to pay every year.
Because you're voluntarily offering that, if you want it, they will be giving you back. So then that's why you need to pay it back. There's no difference in their pocket or your pocket. You cannot escape. But if you ask and they say, sorry, I cannot give this year, can I give you next year? Then call you don't give this year. Okay, right? Thank you. Okay, money owed to supplier, a businessman. He will need to pay supplier. Can he deduct it or not? Yes, he deduct it. Like it is like loan. He need to pay. So that a businessman bought a huge amount of goods came. He could not pay it yet. Now before he calculate, he can deduct this amount. Like you have one of the bill came on your table. So you sitting down today for zakat calculation. You did not pay the bill yet, but bill is here. You can deduct it. But if we say I am calculating zakat today, next week my bill will come. Can I deduct it now? No. If bill comes, only you deduct. If not, leave it. Okay. You bought furniture for 12 months, payment installment. So now you paid something and the rest of the amount will be paid in installment in 12 months. Now, it is maybe only 2nd or 3rd month of this furniture. Now you sat down for your calculation of zakah. Do you deduct this amount of furniture to payment to them? Who said yes? 1 month only. That is I said. Huh? That means next 12 months will be considered you can deduct. Whatever payment due for next 12 months, it is agreed, will be coming bill. No, you have agreed already, and a monthly payment agreed for next 12 months, you need to calculate. If it is for 5 years, for 4 years, understanding will be paying. You only pay for you only deduct for next 12 months payment, you can deduct. Okay? Yes, I think I have done. Hopefully, then I'll be able to open to the question and answer, inshallah, hopefully. Okay, another thing is there. That's fine. Alhamdulillah, that cover as well. Okay, inshallah. Bismillah. Fadal. Okay, diamond is very much even valuable than gold and silver. But Allah is kind to make it free. There is no zakat on it. Yeah. No. If Sayyid means Banu Hashim, Prophet family, you're not allowed to give zakat to him. If he's a poor man, fall ill, gone to the hospital for treatment, can you give money? No. You give from another halal money from your pocket, a charity. Now.
Kids saving
kids saving account. Okay. I missed, in fact, 2 points. Very important 2 points I missed. One is, okay, thank you. Kids who are not reaching the age of puberty, is their wealth zakatable or not? There is 2 opinions. According to Hanafi madhab, there is no zakat on them until they are reaching to the puberty. But many other majority scholars say no, zakat is payable on them, because Allah said in the Quran, وَفِي أَمْوَالِهِمْ حَقٌّ لِلسَّائِلِ وَالْمَحْرُومِ. In their wealth is mentioned first. So wealth is available. Then their guardian, caretaker must calculating zakat to pay. Same thing about people of mentally handicapped, disability. Somebody is taking care of them and they have accumulated money from the benefit in their account. So Hanafi mazhab, no zakat on them. But other mazhab say no, zakat is on their amount. Their mal is there. Zakat on the mal. Mal is haqqul fuqara. The poor people have right in their wealth. وَفِي أَمْوَالِكُمْ حَقٌّ لِلسَّائِلِ وَالْمَحْرُومِ. In your wealth, there's right of those who are beggar, who are deprived. Their portion is there. So giving out zakat of children's mal will be more recommended. Now, okay, Faddal. Okay. The fee, when you send zakat back home to the family, there is a fee applicable. This fee you must pay it, because you have to pay it. It's normally, it should be spent within next zakat year comes. Generally, that is the case. But if you are very worried that something will be happening after next zakat year, there will be serious need arising. Maybe for a little bit of consideration is there. Okay, can I take the written one first? They have more right. Maybe some question came from the sisters as well. We pay zakat on gold every year. But my wife, brother, I believe, my wife wants to sell the gold. However, it was gifted to her by her mother before she passed away. What's the best way to do? One sister became owner by gift. She became owner. Of course, she need to pay zakah. Okay. And if you want to sell, it is your zakat. Your husband has no right to say you sell it. He has no right. But why he's saying that? He's saying maybe due to zakat, because she is not working and he's working, and he need to pay zakat for all these years. If it is the case, then what he need to do, or what she need to do, if he is not paying, she will be selling her gold, that portion to pay zakah. And then next year she is again selling a portion to pay zakah. This way one come below nisab, khalas. She is okay. Okay. So her zakat, she should pay, but if her husband voluntarily offer, this may be, inshallah, allowed, and it will create more love between them, inshallah. Then is giving zakat to UK-based non-Muslim charities eligible? Now, as you know, they will be not fixing with the Muslims only. Due to that reason, it is not safe to give to them. Organizations like Oxfam, Save the Children, London Air Ambulance, Crowns and Clothing Charity, Mental Health Clinic, Health Charity, National Deaf Children's Charity, British Heart Foundation, whatever, Water Aid, etc. All these are due to, not following the Islamic principle of giving to the Muslim will be a question. That's why you are not allowed to do so. Is there any issues with overpaying zakah? If you paid more, the rest will be sadaqah. And if you give more, alhamdulillah, it is allowed. Now one question could be relevant. There is a huge demand came from my back home, poor people, to make their house, their rain falling on their head. So, but I given some money, it's not enough. Can I give my next year's money to them, zakat money, in advance? This is allowed as well. Some of the ulama said 1 year, some of the ulama said next 2 years could be considered. Don't take 2 years, I recommend only 1 year in advance to pay, okay? You can give zakah from the beginning of year. Brothers, anything you can share with me? You can pay zakah before calculation even. Because some of the need came, desperate need. You are paying zakah this year, but next month some of the need came. You can give zakah of next year advance. Give and write down, and look at the end of the year when zakat, anniversary comes, how much you paid. If you paid full or more, khalas. If you have paid some and some remain, pay this back. Is there any issues with overpaying, paying zakah? Yeah, that overpaying, made discussion, you can consider next year's one. But if you want, I'm giving some nafal sadaqah, it's much better even. Rental deposit held on behalf of tenants and will be returned to tenants. Does zakat have to be paid on this? If it is that you cannot take it back, then the rental agreement will be not anymore, is it? In that case, this is called al-malu damir. Sorry, due to fasting, cannot have water to drink. Excuse me. This is called al-malu damir, meaning you have your wealth, but it is unusable for you now. This rental guarantee, it is unusable for you. So you don't need to give this amount of zakat now. Once you receive, then you pay 1 year zakat. So for example, a rental agreement finished, the landlord given you money back, give 1 year zakah only.
Is there any obligation on the landlord?
No, there's no obligation on him either. It is not his money. How do you assess uncles, aunties, and siblings' eligibility? Should they not be at the nisab level or not? Nisab level, second question. First question, sometimes back home people say, we are in need, please give us, even give us some zakah. Sometimes maybe they are not zakat eligible. You need to check a little bit that they are not struggling for any kind of basic need of the life. They are not under the pressure of the paying back their debt. So this kind of what we discussed earlier, you need to check a little bit, because this is your amana to pay zakat to right person who has haqq. This person has no haqq. Now, second one, he said, should they not be at the nisab level or not? In back home, people say, if somebody owner of the nisab, he should not be receiving zakat. Rather, owner of the nisab is paying zakat. That's true, paying zakat, that's true. But sometimes you pay zakah because you have money, rent for next month, or 2-3 months, and you have also, after that, there will be crisis. This fund will be not available to pay even the rent. At the moment, because you kept the rent, it is available, you can pay, but you have a savings, you can calculate, my saving will be not making next 12 months payment available. You pay your zakat and you also take zakat. You can do both. You are paying and you are taking, even though you are not nisab holder. Last question, and I'll take the hands, inshallah. before this written last question. We pay zakat on gold every year, but no, just not. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Yes. Huh. Now, if they needed money, if you tell they will give back, but there is still the need, whatever is, you realize there is a need. See, if I take, they will be suffering. By knowing that, if you do extend, then inshallah, that hukum will not come. But if it is that there is no need, but if I take money, ask them, they will be a bit upset. Okay. Big sum of money. Okay.
That's why, I mean, I know they don't pay back the next 5 years.
Okay, then that you know that very clearly, they will be not able to give. Khalas, then you don't pay now.
That was the gray area.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Because if you calculate, if I ask them even, they will be not able to pay. If I ask even, they will be not able to pay. You know, you assess their situation, you know it very well. Khalas, in that case, it is, you don't pay zakat of this now. Okay? Yeah. Okay. When you get back, pay 1 year. Yes. Digital assets. I'm not very expert of the digital assets, not very expert. But one thing is, if it is at the moment some asset, yet considering it is some kind of business asset, is it? It's beyond my understanding, subhanallah. I'll give you some information reference later on that you can look into that. Okay, further. For 1 year, if they keep it like this each month, they'll be paying, if staying with them, that's fine. They'll keep it. But if maximum for next year, in 2 years, beyond that, no. Don't give too much that they're accumulated in for 5 years, 10 years. They've done too much. Okay, okay. No, it's okay. Okay, you can give it. You can add it, keep it, and add it to bring it. Okay. Look, you should be taking a decision. Either you say, I'll be paying you later, or you give it to him. Okay, if you pay, I will pay later, then you can deduct this money, from your zakat, because you are paying, you have a plan to pay. And he is delaying, but he has right, he knows that he will be getting this money on any time he wants. Therefore, he need to pay zakat of this. Then he need to pay zakat. Khalas, you done your job. No, he need to pay zakat, not you. He needs to pay. Yeah. Okay, Father. Now we turn. Okay. Okay. Okay, student loan is a huge question. Okay, is any money left for that? Is zakatable or not? And before that, student loan, is it halal or not? Is another question. See, there are 3 fatwa. I used to give this fatwa that it's not allowed, it's a haram. It is based on interest. That's why we said haram. Okay. Then, second fatwa, we also said that study is something important. You are not making to buy a house or a business for a study to qualify yourself as a citizen. You have right for that. So even though it is originally haram, but for you to take a student loan could be considered as a haja, as a need, even not darura, you may take it. Second fatwa. Third fatwa is that this is not considered as a loan. Although its name is student loan, but it is not a true loan. Why? You need to understand the concept of it. And a Sharia principle is called al-hukmu ala shay'in far'un an tasawwurihi. Al-hukmu ala shay'in far'un an tasawwurihi. The ruling of everything depends on its full understanding of the concept. What is it? Tell me, brothers, is there any loan in this world says, I give you loan, if your income is such, pay me that amount. If your income is low, pay me low amount. If you have no income, you don't need to pay me. Is there any loan in this, in the financial field known by this? No. What is it then? Sheikh Sajid Omar, one of the very expert in financial fiqh of finance, he did huge study about this and did PhD in Islamic finance from Riyadh Imam Saud Islamic University, from same university I studied. So he given an example that it is government wants in fact to educate our children. Why? What is the benefit of the government? That people will be having more qualification, having more good income, more good high salary, and be paying more tax to the government, which will be running government's business. So they want to train them, educate them. Education is a training to income more. And he's giving example of a training. What example is? He said that if I tell I know, I'm very expert how to fish, I have very good skill of fishing, I'm going to train you. But with a condition, every time you fish 5 fish, you must give me 1. 4 for you. If you get 1, 2, 3, 4, I will not demand. Only 1 you got 5, 1 for me. You get 10, 2 for me. Get 15, 3 for me. Got 20, 4 for me. Is this kind of agreement, forget about student loan, this agreement allowed in Sharia or not? Tell me. What your common sense says. If I train you, that I know I'm giving you training how to fish. And if fish, give me 1, if you get 5. Is it allowed in Sharia or not? What common sense says? Tell me. What your common sense says? It should be okay. It is no any contradiction with the Quran and Sunnah. I voluntarily don't want to take because you got only 4. I will not take from you. You got 5, give me 1 because I trained you. I deserve it to get back. This is common sense will say, and no Quran and Sunnah will say, no, this is haram, man. How you can train him and get 1? How you can get from him 2? Why you are taking from him 3? There is no Quran and Sunnah is stopping you. Then aslu kullu shay mubah, origin of everything is halal until it's any haram of anything, Quran and Sunnah. Right. This training, fishing one, is it allowed or not? This training allowed. Okay, and getting benefit of my training is allowed. He's saying same thing. Government is doing same way. If you have a good job, you pay more. We educated you, we got you the degree qualification by our money. It was investment in you. Sheikh Haytham consider it is istithmar of different kind of formula to make it halal. And other one is it is just a training facility provided to you by this money. Therefore, it itself will be considered halal according to this version, this opinion, which many people accepted. Okay? It's finished. This is not your question. Your question was, then once you money with us, money is with you, you not used it, you have nisab, amount came, threshold reached, you need to pay zakat now. No, according to that faqih, that imam's fatwa, that scholar's fatwa, you will be not responsible for that. Sure. Okay. No. Qard hasana, that means you give somebody in his time of need, you'll be getting it back. This is the loan we mean. There's zakat on that. Now. Okay. Like, as I said, first time you got money, you write down. However, it fluctuates. Like this year was good income, yes, then suddenly I lost the job, it came down so much. If it is quite significant time, it's not only a few weeks or 1 month and came back again, money, got a good job again, then you carry on. But if it is a bit significant time, not 1 month, 2 months, rather than more, then your nisab year is broken. Don't count this broken one. Whenever new amount came, from there, if it's threshold, then new started. You do draft calculation, whatever you can do. Okay. Is it, if daughter reached 10 years old, if she reached the age of puberty, then zakat is applicable on them. According to some other mazhab say, even though she is not reaching age of puberty, she need to pay on the, yes, both her money, £1,000, and also the gold value. Now, he said if you are given zakat to wrong person, he is not zakat eligible. Now you realize later that I did give to the wrong person. Should I pay it again? First of all, it is your duty before you perform your ibadah of zakah that I am giving to the right person. If he did not do, then it is your fault. You need to pay again zakat. Okay? But this one will be, Allah will appreciate as a sadaqah, inshallah. Now. You have been attending all this session with me from the beginning? That's why. You have to pay £500 now for penalty charge. Okay. There is two opinions. Our Hanafi fuqaha said there is zakat on that, and Hanbali and Shafi fuqaha said no zakat on that. But in the end, two of the very strong hadith says Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam noticed carrying some people, women, all jewelry. They said to pay zakat on that. That is clear hadith. That's why many of the shuyukh, the Shaykh bin Baz, even those Arab people, many of the Arabs will say no zakat on the using gold. But the Saudi and others will say that. But Shaykh bin Baz and Shaykh bin Uthaymeen, two of the contemporary world's biggest scholars, they said Imam Abu Hanifa's opinion is right. Based on the pure hadith, must be paid zakah. Okay? Khalas? اوكي جزاكم الله خيرا بارك الله فيكم ربنا تقبل منا انك انت السميع العليم وتب علينا انك التواب الرحيم سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك اشهد ان لا اله الا انت استغفرك واتوب اليك وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا محمد وعلى اله وصحبه اجمعين السلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته. السلام عليكم بارك الله فيك. لا كيف حال طيب؟ بارك الله فيك. Whatever you receive.